morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name is Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest in Horse Trailer Sales. For those of you that aren't familiar with us, we are a Cimarron and Logan dealer, as well as we have a wide range of variety of used trailers that we either buy or take in on trade. So if you're looking to sell your trailer, give our manager CJ Altenberg a call. So what I've got behind me is a really unique trailer. This is actually a demo trailer. So the cool thing about this is this was used for about 1 week on a ride. This is our owner's trailer. He builds it very similar every time, but he hardly used this thing. You get the benefit of getting it at a demo price with very little wear and tear. So when we get a demo trailer in, you get full warranties from your date of purchase. So it's not like it starts when he starts using it. They take really good care of their demos. This one was run through our shop. It's been put on the alignment machine. So everything this trailer has is it's ready to roll, ready to go down the road. And most of the time, you're probably not even gonna notice that a horse was loaded into it. So if you wanna get an idea of what kind of demos we might have available, you can always give us a call. This one right here, it's a 2022 Cimarron Winstar 3-horse gooseneck. So these Windstar trailers, they've got drops on the head side and slats on the hip side. We've dressed this one up. We threw some nice smoke-colored plexiglass on the hip side. Those are removable. Every Windstar and Lone Star that has a plexiglass track, you can put plexiglass in. So even if we didn't option it with it, you can still add plexi either yourself or have us added it on at the time of build. So the first thing you're going to notice as we start up front here is this nose is really pointy. There's a lot of reasons that I will always want to pull a V-nose trailer. The first being that you cannot feel these V-noses behind you. They cut through the wind so well. You actually get about 3 miles per gallon more over a similar trailer on your fuel economy. So by cutting down on a lot of that drag, you're saving yourself money. They give you a lot more turning radius. So if you've got a shorter bed and you're worried about having a trailer all the way out to here and having to watch your corners really closely, on a lot of these trailers, you can crank these around and you're never gonna see the end of it. So it's really nice to have this V-nose fuel economy, and they look cool. I think that I walk up to a V-nose trailer and just knowing what I know about them, I'm like, that is a trailer I would like to pull. On top of that, we added air ride to this trailer. So for those of you that aren't familiar with air ride, this trailer is running on 7K rubber torsion axles, but there are airbags on top of that. If you've ever ridden in an air ride trailer, I know you're not supposed to, but most people tool around in their trailers before they load their horses in just to make sure that they have a good experience. It is worlds different from a rubber torsion. We've had people drive all the way across the country with half full cups of coffee or soda cans that they've forgotten to put away or throw away, and they've gotten to their destination and nothing has spilled. We have a really rough strip of road right over there, and we've taken 2 very similar trailers, one air ride, one without, and we've done experiments with like big 5-gallon buckets of water. And the ones with rubber torsion, the water is everywhere. It spills all over. It's really rough for your horses or cattle back there. And the air ride trailer just a little bit spills out. So just imagine your horses are experiencing an earthquake-like situation when they ride in the back of a rubber torsion trailer. You have to be really careful, watch those bumps. This air ride, it takes a lot of that abuse, that vibration out of the trailer so that your horses are more comfortable. It's a lot nicer for your truck to pull, and the wear and tear on the actual trailer over time, it's going to help your trailers hold up a lot better. So we love our air ride systems. They're very simple to use. You've got a self-contained compressor. You don't need a line from your truck. If you want, we can add an accessory line to it if you're ever worried about that. But all it is you've got an on-off switch and a raise and lower. So anytime we're pulling this trailer, we're going to want it in the raised position. That means that your airbags are inflated and your horses are riding on that air. Makes it really nice for them. There's a leveling valve that we want to ride with this up all the time because we just don't want to screw anything up. The nice thing about these newer air rides is that in the days of old, if you had an air ride trailer, if there was something that went wrong with your air ride, you are stranded, you are stuck. These are riding on rubber torsion suspension, so if you have a bag go out or a line that's not working and you're not able to use your air ride, it's gonna go down the road just like every other rubber torsion trailer out there. So you are not stranded, you are not stuck. Your horses might be a little mad at you because they've gotten used to riding in luxury, but you can get it to a shop so that you can get it fixed and back on its feet without having to wait for a tow truck or another trailer to haul your horses home in. So very simple to use. Anytime we're loading these horses or unloading these horses, it's really simple to dump that air out of those airbags by switching it to the lower position so that they don't have quite as steep of an incline to get in and out. This air ride actually raises your trailer up about 2 to 3 inches. So it is a significant distance when you are thinking about loading or unloading animals. We'll want to make it as safe as possible for them to get in and out of a trailer. That's why lower is a little bit better. So it's nice that we kind of have that flexibility as well. It's a nice little safety feature built in for these systems, and that is in cold climates, when we are condensing air, you're getting a lot of water. So there's a lot of water that builds up in these lines as you're traveling, a lot of dirt and debris. And so this little cord here, it's really simple to maintain your system. You just pull it at the end of every use until all the air and water spits out of this little valve here, and then you're ready to roll for your next time. You're always going to want to store it in the lowered off position, because if you keep it on, it's going to slowly drain your battery, which we don't want to see happen. The nice thing about what we do here at Transwest is we actually put a battery disconnect on all of our trailers. So that battery disconnect is really nice. If you leave a light on, if you forget to turn something off or somebody switches something on without your knowledge, you can turn this to the off position and you're not going to have any power going to your trailer. What that helps you do is that helps prevent you from having to hand crank up your hydraulic jack right here. It takes a lot longer, it's a lot more work. You got an electric over hydraulic jack, so you didn't have to work as hard because you deserve it. And by letting your battery run dead, you're having to do a lot of work to get this trailer on and off. It is nice that we have a manual override, so if there is something that's not working properly, you can still hook up and drop your trailer. But you've got a hydraulic jack, you've got a battery disconnect, use those in unison and you'll never have to have a bad day of hand pumping your trailer up and down in extreme heat. So really, really nice feature there. Both of these boxes are lockable and really simple to use. It just makes it, when we have the air ride in here, it makes it so that we don't have to worry about all that road blast and debris chewing up this system. It just keeps it nice and clean. Plus it gives it a really nice clean look. There's a lot of wires that we've got running everywhere. So this is a good looking trailer. We don't want to screw it up. So having a nice box for everything to live in is really nice to have. All right, so I know you guys saw it when we first started, but I'm sure everybody's drooling over this tack room. This is one of the most unique setups on a tack room. I love this trailer for the amount of usability and space that you have. So instead of a traditional swing out saddle rack, this is more of like a trainer's tack setup for the doors, but the actual saddles are on the door. So when you swing them out, everything's coming nice and neat. We've got a nice little box right here so that your stirrups, as you swing it out, they're not going to get caught on anything. You're not going to have to tuck everything in order to get it in. They've got a nice little basket for them to sit on. These are still adjustable within this post here. So if you need a little more room for one of these saddles, or maybe nobody in the history of anybody tall can reach that one, you can move everything down so that it is a nice comfortable height for you. We've got these big doors here with the fold out steps on either end. So if you're loading and unloading a lot of stuff in and out of this trailer, this is the most friendly trailer I've ever seen for allowing that. You have so much space to get everything in and out. You can have several people helping you unload and load without getting in each other's way. I think that this is just a great open space, gives you so much room to maneuver. If you only want one door open, it's really easy to just keep that one open and this one closed while you're unloading and loading if there's some weather. But this is just, in my opinion, just a great use of this trailer. This is only a 6-foot front tack. This trailer is only 3 inches on the floor. So it's not like you're having this giant, immense trailer to accommodate this big tack room. It's really, really simple to use. You've got the blanket bars on the gas shock on the door, so they swing out nice and easy. It's easy to load everything on. If you're tacking horses on this side, it's going to be no trouble for you to do everything that you need to do in a nice manner. On the back side of the store here, you'll notice we do have a deadbolt, and it's one of these digital door locks, which is really, really cool. And these keys, you can program them to have your own codes in them. It's really nice if you don't want to have to bring your own keys, but you have a lot of expensive gear that you want to lock up when you're not at your trailer. So this allows you, you can tell people that you trust what your code is. They can get in and out. They can lock your trailer without having to track you down for your set of actual keys. So it's right on this door here on this tack room. Really simple to use. It's a nice little upgrade if you're thinking about adding one onto your own trailer. All right, so in this actual tack room, we did do rubber mats on the floor. We found that that carpet, even though it's a marine grade carpet, if you're spilling everything on it, these rubber mats are so much easier to clean. If you've got muddy boots, you're not going to have to worry about having to clean up that scrubbing your carpets when you get back home. So having rubber mats here is just a nice little upgrade. This wall is all carpeted here, which allows us lots of room to hang some bridles without having to worry about your poor horses having to listen to it on the other side. It also keeps it really nice and clean so that in the long run, your resale value is going to be a lot better because it's going to look like a nice, clean, unused trailer. So we do have tons of bridle hooks here. Got a nice little water tank in this corner. It's 25 gallons. You've got a little hose down there, so if you want to fill buckets, you can use gravity to kind of help you drain that tank out. It's really out of the way. Even if you don't ever use it, once again, it's a nice little thing for resale. We've got 2 OptiBrite lights in here. Those OptiBrite lights, they use a lot less power than the old style lights. They put out quite a bit more light and they last a lot longer. So at night, this is going to be really easy for you to kind of see what you're doing, helps you unload and reload your trailer without issue. Right over here, we have another set of little bridle hooks. This is a really great use of storage here because if you've got some coats or anything, you can just swing this door open, throw them in there. You don't have to step actually into this trailer. So it's just a really great use of using every wall in this trailer. Right up here, you do have plexiglass storage. So if you don't want that plexiglass on your hip side of your trailer, it's just really nice. You can throw it all up in there. We recommend carrying a Sharpie and some of that green painter's tape with you. So if you ever do take it out, you can label which is the upper slat, which is the lower, so that you're not having to play this puzzle game when you finally decide to go in and put your plexi back in. I know that I've sat on this lot sometimes for half a day trying to piece together which plexi goes where on trailers when everybody just throws them right in there. So make it easier on yourself. Just stay a little organized, keep some supplies up there so that it's really easy for you to just throw some tape and label them if you take them out. Once again, you've got this V-nose here, so if you need to throw a bedroll or something up in this trailer, you can easily do that. We've got all this additional framing on this V-nose, so windows are not something that we usually do on these V-noses. We can, but it's just really nice to have that additional framing. Right here we do have a big shelf, so if you need to throw some hats or boxes up here, you can. But what really is nice about it is it allows us all of this hanging storage here. So if you're going to show and you don't want to have to decide which clothes to bring, you've got plenty of room. This is as big as my closet at home. I could bring all of my stuff and throw it right up there and never have an issue, which is really cool. More storage down here. You've got an 18-inch boot box running across the whole length of this trailer, or width of this trailer. This trailer is 6'10" wide and 7 feet tall, so you've got plenty of storage under here for everything that you could possibly need. Nice little carpet down there, so that it's not gonna be very loud if you throw some bits or spurs or something down there. And since this trailer is equipped with such big tires, we actually had these tires and wheels special ordered for this trailer. So they actually mount this tire in this tack room because it is too big to fit underneath the nose of this trailer. So you've got some nice heavy duty 19.5 tires on these. They're 14 ply. The great thing about these 19.5s is if you're in a bind, almost every Trek stop in America is going to be carrying these 19.5s. So you don't have to worry about being stranded and waiting for a specialty tire store to open in order to get your tires. So having this is just a nice little time saver if you ever have any issues. But these are nice heavy duty tires and wheels. You shouldn't have any problems going down the road. We've got a pass-through door right here. So if you need to get into the back really quickly, it's really easy for you to access. A lot of people wonder why we've got it where it's swinging into the stall area. And that's because most of the time we're going to have about a 1,000-pound animal on the other side of this wall, and we don't want them leaning against the door and having it pop open and them thinking that they can come enjoy your tack room while you're driving. So we want all of their weight to be leaning against the framing of the trailer into the stall area versus having this pop this way. It's just a nice safety feature. Chances are you're not going to be using this door if there's a horse on the other side anyways. So we've got that there. It's just nice to kind of have a secondary place to get out without having to open these doors. Oh, the sun's coming out. It's about to get really nice out. On this side, you do have 3 tie rings. Once again, I mentioned we've got the smoke plexiglass on this trailer. If you want to take out an upper or a lower, you've got that plexiglass storage inside. It's really easy to remove. I usually just grab myself a little knife and I can just pop these out and they just kind of work their way past one another. You've got a big 16-inch awning light up on that top rail there. So if you're tacking up at night, you can see exactly what you're doing. You're not going to have to worry about saddling the wrong horse. All right, up on this top rail, you'll see we've got tons of button lights. We've actually got 18 button lights on this trailer. So as you're driving down the road at night, you're going to be lit up like a Christmas tree. Nobody's going to have the excuse of they didn't see you when they try and cut you off. This thing is going to look really, really cool driving at night. So right back here, we did do 50-50 gates on the rear. And something that you're not going to see on a lot of trailers is if you look up, this trailer is equipped with a rear spoiler. This is a really, really cool design that was actually one of our customers came up with because he didn't want all of the dust and dirt swirling around like a regular stock trailer. If any of you guys have ever loaded a stock trailer before, these gates are not as well sealed as the regular horse trailer gates. Plus you've got all that plexi for if you're going down a dirt road. This horse in this last stall is going to get coated in dirt by the time you get to your destination. So by putting that rear spoiler on, it helps redirect the air so it's not doing a swirling effect right at the end of your trailer. You're still going to get some in there, but it is going to help keep this back gate a lot cleaner. It's a lot healthier for your horses, so they're not having to eat all that dust and debris. Plus, it looks really cool. So Cimarron actually created these for their Freedom trailers, which is their toy hauler trailers, and it helps immensely to keep that back door clean. I asked one of my technicians when we first got this trailer in what that spoiler's for, and he said it makes you go fast. So shout out to Rob for that one. We've got 2 load lights on the rear here, so it's going to help light up this area. So when your horses are stepping in and out of the trailer at night, it's going to make it a lot easier for them to see where their feet are being placed. As I mentioned, the air ride helps pick this trailer up about 2 to 3 inches. So this is your your ride height here. This is not your load height. You're going to want to dump your air in order to load and unload your horses, unless you've got some jumpers that just really want a nice big step to get in. So within this actual trailer, we've got a butt strap that can go all the way across. And what's nice about that is if you open these gates, you don't have a horse coming flying back at you. I just want you guys to marvel in how much space we have on this rear stall. There's actually enough room that I've had customers put 2 horses back here, and they still have quite a bit of room to move around. So we've actually got 57 inches on the hip side and 105 inches on the head side. We've got tons of room for those horses to move around. If you've got a mare in foal, if you want to clip all these back, this can be a really comfortable place for your horses to ride. Oops. All of these dividers are partial extruded heavy-duty aluminum dividers, but you'll notice that anywhere that we've got any metal-to-metal contact, you're going to see a plastic buffer, and that's to keep these trailers a lot quieter for your horses. Metal on metal actually wears a lot faster than metal on plastic, so by having a really high-grade plastic here, you're extending the longevity of your trailer, less parts you have to replace, less horses you have to make mad, because they don't want to have to listen to that ting-ting of metal as they drive. Kick mats all the way around. So if you've got a horse that likes to paw and tear up your walls, they're going to have a lot harder time doing it. It's going to make your exterior look really nice. Nobody's going to know you have a really naughty horse inside. On the roof here, we do have an insulated roof. So every Cimarron across the board comes standard with this Fibertech roof. And what that is it's actually a honeycomb core. So it's going to look a lot like a beehive underneath. And it's a single pour. It's got an R3 thermal value, so on a really, really hot day, I've sat in the back of a Cimarron when it's 90 degrees and not sweated. So it is really, really nice that you know your horses are receiving the benefits of the cooling, the noise dampening, all from this roof. Another cool benefit of this roof is it actually adds some structural strength to your trailer. On a lot of trailers, you have to find the roof bows in order to not dent your roof up while you walk. I can walk up and down this trailer on the roof. I'm not recommending it, but I have jumped up and down on it. And I know that structural strength of that roof is going to hold me up. So it's really, really nice to have the cooling benefits, the structural strength, and the noise reduction. So your horses will be very, very comfortable. That is standard across the board for every Cimarron trailer. Everyone is going to have this roof. There's no cheaping out on one of these Cimarron trailers. You're not going to get just an aluminum roof. This is how they build them. So a lot of the reasons that Cimarrons are the way they are is their standard features are standard across the board are everybody else's upgrades. So when you go get another trailer, look at another trailer company, chances are you can option to have your roof upgraded. Every single one's going to have it from a bumper pull to huge living quarters. So something I really like is they really stand behind their products and they make sure that they've got a good product or a good quality product for every trailer that they build. Underneath these floors, you've got an extruded aluminum deck. So one of the things that Cimarron is really big on is extrusions. And what that allows you to do is underneath here, if you were to look under this trailer, you've got 4-inch centers and every other is a V-truss. So you've got the strongest aluminum floor on the market. It's really going to help hold up the value of your trailer because people aren't going to worry about as you step into an older aluminum trailer, a lot of times their centers are a lot farther apart and on a lot of trailers they're actually only going to have the strongest gauge aluminum sheet floor. So by having the extruded aluminum deck, 4-inch centers, over time where your horses are standing, they're always going to be standing on a center support. And what that allows you to do is over time you're not going to get those big dips where your horse's weight is. And I feel a lot more confident hauling my horse in a Cimarron knowing that there's always solid floor underneath their feet. So really, really great feature there. You've got clips on all of these dividers here. So if you ever have an emergency, you need to run a horse to the vet, you don't want to have to worry about the dividers, you can clip all of these back. If you need to haul some furniture, that's fine too. The best place for these dividers to ride is actually in their place. They are extremely heavy. It's what gives them a lot of structural strength. If your horses are to be going back and forth against this, keeps them nice and safe because you know you've got a nice, strong, safe divider for them. But in that respect, they are heavy. We want to keep them in that place so that the road, as you're traveling, they don't get that abuse. Nice thing is this is an air ride trailer, so they're gonna wiggle around a lot less than other dividers. On this side, I mentioned that you get drops on your head side and plexi on your hip side with a Windstar. So if you want your horses to have kind of a more traditional experience, these drop downs are a lot easier to get airflow in than plexis because you're not having to take them in and out. It's as simple as dropping them down. You've got over 6 inches of framing on these drop down windows that you can't see behind here. So they are really heavy duty. I don't worry about running with these down. You've got a nice little socket back here that these kind of securely, snugly pop into. So you're not gonna have to worry about these flapping around as you're riding. These heavy duty jail bars here, I love these jail bars, and that's because everything is one piece. So the less moving parts you have on trailers, I find the more they hold up. So by having one piece, it's really easy. You don't have to worry about a middle bar that needs to collapse or a string that's gonna break. Structural strength on these trailers and quality of build is second to none. You're also gonna have this plastic coating here. That's because, once again, we've got metal on metal. We wanna avoid that sound for your horses. We want everything to last a really long time. So they're gonna be a lot more comfortable riding with that down. On this lower panel here, you do have extruded aluminum sides. Once again, they all interlock into each other, which gives you a nice, clean exterior appearance. But there's actually triple hollow slats that run through these side extrusions here. And what that does is it once again adds some structural strength to your trailer. Anytime we can do a hollow bump out on these trailers, we're adding strength to them. So these trailers are just completely overbuilt, and that's one of the reasons they last so long. And usually, even though they're a little bit more expensive to get into in the long run, they usually save you a lot of money. So I know everybody's drooling over this trailer at this point. You're in luck, this trailer is still available, and I do have another demo coming back in here shortly that's very similar to this one. And the reason is he upgraded to another Cimarron, so it's time for him to go from a 3 to a 4, so we're getting the benefit of getting his trade back in. So if you like this trailer, this is the demo that we've got, full warranties from your date of purchase. But if you want one that's had just a little more use on it, we've got another one coming in right behind it. So I know everybody wants to reference this trailer because they want to build one just like it. If you want to build one and maybe add a couple different features, maybe you want to go with a Northstar instead and have bus windows or drop downs on your hip side, you can always reference this stock number 5N201545. We can pull the build sheets, we can adjust it and tweak it how you want, and you're going to have a trailer that you're going to enjoy for years and years to come. So I really appreciate everybody taking this walkthrough with me today. We build really, really cool trailers here at Transwest. We love to do a lot of cool things for customers, so I'd love it if you would give me a call. My number is 970-309-6368. I can sell you this one, or I can sell you one very similar to it. You can also text at that number. So I really appreciate everybody tuning in today. Everybody have a great day. Thanks.